it's going to be very, very interesting as things move on. There's just so much stuff that you're not hearing about, hard to get information on. Look at the fighting still in Syria and all this stuff. They've been really quiet over in the Muslim countries and everything right now, and it's very tense. And
Well, what do you think Russia's going to do? What do you think the end game is?
I think the end game right now with Russia is they're going to keep pushing as long as they can, and they don't get any pushback because they can control things. Until the world says, no, you son of a bitch, you're going to have to live with a nuclear missile on your border just like everybody else does. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think he is so in control, and if you don't like what he does, you disappear. You go to the gulag and you're shot and nobody knows you're there. I think I think this Olympics is the worst bullshit that
No, I
they've
agree.
done.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
placating.
and we don't know how many people really have what or what they're doing. China hasn't done a goddamn thing to tell us, and we don't know. We get some information out, but I don't know if we're getting all the information. I'm very, very reading between the lines. I don't understand it. I don't understand why. Why are we so dependent on China? Why did we as Americans go for price?
Yeah, capitalism.
Ever since-
There's the downside of capitalism. You know, it's like everyone got so
Ever
like.
since I've been a kid, the United States has done everything with money. They buy everything with this country, that country would give you money. Everybody wants the US dollar. Everybody wants the money. And when they get it, we don't get anything for the goddamn money. It doesn't matter what we go into. Biden pulled that goddamn shit. I'm going back into the Paris Peace Accord and now that.
Yeah, that was retarded.
How many billions of dollars did he pay to get back into that shit that they don't talk about? That's your tax, my tax. I
Yeah.
don't care if it's
And it's all bullshit because like China and India essentially undermine all the global emissions. So I mean, if regardless if we're operating
why-
on an ideal,
Why
yeah, it's bullshit.
I don't care whether you're Democrat, Republican, why would that son of a bitch that we vote for and say, okay, he's a good guy, we'll put him in there. The minute he gets in there, he changes. He makes politics a life career. And every one of them come out with a big home, a big retirement, a big this, and a big that. So they go back to their constituents and say, what do you need? Oh, you need a house? I'll buy you a house.
Yeah.
I'll do this. So they're buying votes. I don't care what it is. It's union.
Well, so that goes back to my premise that if you don't, so you think the entire system's essentially corrupt and stacked. So only like, what's the point in voting then? Like just on an ideal, or
It's the only hope. It's like going to church and saying, yes, God, if you believe in a God or Buddha, I don't care what the hell you call him. I call him the Supreme Grand Master. Cover them all. I do believe, I firmly believe that. And I firmly believe that when I die, whether it's a soul, whatever it is, I don't give a shit, that I'll meet some of my buddies. Now, maybe I'm totally wrong. I'm just going to go back to dust. I don't know. But until you get there, how the hell do you know?
Hypothesis. Yeah.
So you might as well have a mental attitude that, yeah, I'll meet him. If I said, nah, I'm not going to meet him. I'm just going to be a piece of dust. I don't know. I would rather go the other direction.
It's the optimist. Yeah.
Being an optimist.
Being an optimist.
Is it half full or half empty?
No.
And when I sit here and look, I'll give you another.
Hold on, but see, I don't think that's what I'm saying. For me, I think a lot of the agents of socialization are making it corrupt, like the media, or like you said, incentivizing people to go a certain way. But I don't think the system itself is corrupt. I think the socialization around the system encourages corruption because it manipulates voters, and it prevents people from knowing the truth. And that's the level of corruptness that I'll agree with.
Manipulation. You are
Yeah.
100% right. It's like employees or anything. A good boss, a good leader can manipulate those that follow him through being good. In other words, the guy that did I can't remember his name, but military, it doesn't matter who they are. You're actually manipulating employees. You're actually manipulating people to want to do or figure out how to get them by going around to get them to do what you want to do. That's a good boss, a good company, a good chain.
Yeah.
The minute you take the Peter system and put this son of a bitch out here that shouldn't be up here, and you move him up, you fuck up the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah.
That's true in anything. I don't care what it is. Anything you want to look at. So that's been the downfall of a human for so long. And I'm gonna go back 1 minute. When I was a kid in the 40s and 50s, New York had a deal called the Sullivan Law. Now, if I wanted to go upstate New York or Pennsylvania hunting, I could take my guns in my car and my pistol, my rifles. Those days we hunted shotgun and slug up in Pennsylvania, wouldn't allow rifle, and so on. I could go through New York and no problems and everything. I had a hunting license, my guns were there, and now this mayor gets on there and says, we're going to come up with a special law because of all these guns. Now, in the old days, if they caught you in New York with a pistol or a concealed weapon, you went to jail for 5 years. It was done. That was a Sullivan Law.
Yeah.
That was put in because of the roaring 20s and all the bullshit. They didn't have a problem. So Rudy Giuliani gets in there and says, we're going to clean this son of a bitch out, and he did. He had a defense attorney or whatever it is, the guy that, and they prosecuted him, put the son of a bitch in jail. The government comes along and says, oh, you can't put all the people in jail. They don't have medical, they don't have that. That's inhumane. Motherfucker, they didn't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
So they didn't
Yeah,
carry it.
it's a deterrent.
I don't want to go to a Mexican jail. I don't want to get caught and thrown in a Mexican jail, so I don't cross the Mexican border.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
They stole my batteries down there, and I went down to pick up boats, and they stole my batteries. And the guy says, "Well, you want to prosecute?" No, I just want to get the fuck out of here.